I am Renu Bala, a research scholar from Om Sterling Global University, under the supervision of Dr. Kuldeep Singh. I am presenting my research paper on impact of employee empowerment on job satisfaction, customer satisfaction, and organization परफॉर्मेंस। इस स्टडी में हमने मेन फोकस किया है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस, जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन और कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन पर एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट के इम्पैक्ट को एनालाइज किया है। स्टडी के लिए 120 रिस्पोंडेंट प्राइमरी क्वेश्चनायर से डाटा सेलेक्ट किया है। I'm audible, sir?
It's audible, ma'am. But just one humble request, kindly share the PPT which you are discussing here.
Okay, ma'am. My PPT is visible, ma'am.
Still not.
हेलो,
ये आप इसके ऊपर एक शेयर स्लाइड के ऊपर जरूर क्लिक करो। हाँ, यस यस, नाउ योर स्लाइड इज विजिबल, कैन प्रोसीड।
ओके सर। इस स्टडी का मेन फोकस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस, जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन और कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन पर एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट के इम्पैक्ट को एनालाइज करना है। एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट का मतलब एम्प्लॉय को अथॉरिटी देना, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी देना एंड डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर देना, जिससे वो अपने काम के प्रति फ्रीडम फील करता है। इससे एम्प्लॉय में कॉन्फिडेंस, मोटिवेशन और अकाउंटेबिलिटी इंक्रीज होती है। आज के जो कॉम्पिटिटिव बिजनेस इन्वायरमेंट में इस कंपटीशन को फेस करने के लिए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को जो ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोचेज है, मैनेजमेंट की ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच है, उनको अवॉइड करके मॉडर्न अप्रोचेज को फॉलो करना चाहिए। इससे एम्प्लॉय के अंदर मोटिवेशन, इन्वॉल्वमेंट एंड जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन बढ़ता है। लिटरेचर रिव्यू। प्रीवियस स्टडी ये इंडिकेट करती है कि एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट का अदर वेरिएबल्स पर पॉजिटिव और सिग्निफिकेंट इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है। इसमें रिसर्च गैप है। इंडिया के अंदर एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट पर लिमिटेड रिसर्च स्टडी है और सिंगल वेरिएबल्स के साथ तो स्टडी है, बट कंबाइन वेरिएबल्स में लिमिटेड स्टडी है। ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द स्टडी। इस स्टडी का मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट के कॉन्सेप्ट को समझना और इसका अदर वेरिएबल लाइक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस, जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन और कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन पर इसके इम्पैक्ट को एनालाइज करना। इस स्टडी में मैंने नल हाइपोथेसिस एंड अल्टरनेट हाइपोथेसिस दोनों को शामिल किया है। इसमें टेस्ट करने के लिए कि जो इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट, उसका डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल पर सिग्निफिकेंट इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है या नहीं पड़ता। रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी, रिसर्च डिजाइन। इस स्टडी में डिस्क्रिप्टिव एंड एनालिटिकल दोनों रिसर्च को शामिल किया है। डिस्क्रिप्टिव अप्रोच एक्सप्लेन ओनली एम्प्लॉय परसेप्शन एंड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, बट एनालिटिकल अप्रोच में उसके रिजल्ट्स को एनालिसिस करके दिखाया जाता है। प्राइमरी डाटा के लिए स्ट्रक्चर्ड क्वेश्चनायर था और सेकेंडरी डाटा बुक्स, जर्नल्स एंड रिसर्च आर्टिकल। सैंपल साइज 120 रिस्पोंडेंट सैम्पलिंग, टेक्निक थी कन्वीनियंस सैम्पलिंग, और इसमें 5 मेजरमेंट स्केल का यूज किया है। टूल्स यूज्ड एसपीएस सॉफ्टवेयर, डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टैटिक्स, कोरिलेशन एनालिसिस, रिग्रेशन एनालिसिस, रिलायबिलिटी एनालिसिस। इसमें ऑल वेरिएबल्स की जो वैल्यू है वो 0.7 से अबव है, इसलिए ये रिजल्ट इंडिकेट करता है कि जो डाटा है वो गुड रिलायबिलिटी में है। डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टैटिक्स, the result indicate that respondents have a positive perception of empowerment and related outcome. कोरिलेशन एनालिसिस, कोरिलेशन एनालिसिस के अंदर जो इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है उनका डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल से कितना रिलेशन है, क्या रिलेशनशिप है उनके बीच, तो इसका रिजल्ट शो करता है कि इसके अंदर स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉजिटिव रिलेशनशिप पाई गई। रिग्रेशन एनालिसिस, इसमें आर स्क्वायर की वैल्यू 0.49 है और पी वैल्यू इक्वल 0 है, सिग्निफिकेंस वैल्यू 0 है, तो ये द मॉडल इज स्टैटिकली सिग्निफिकेंट। आर स्क्वायर की वैल्यू 49 है, इसका मतलब ये है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस है वो 49% एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट से एक्सप्लेन होती है। मीडिएशन एनालिसिस, मीडिएशन एनालिसिस के अंदर रिजल्ट शो करता है कि जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन, एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट और कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन के बीच एक मीडिएटर का काम करता है। फाइंडिंग है एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट की मेन फाइंडिंग है एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन को इंक्रीज करता है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस को भी इंक्रीज करता है और कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन भी इम्प्रूव होती है। साथ ही वेरिएबल्स के बीच स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉजिटिव रिलेशनशिप भी एग्जिस्ट करता है। स्टडी के कुछ चैलेंजेस हैं, रेसिस्टेंट टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल चेंज, लैक ऑफ प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम, कम्युनिकेशन गैप बिटवीन मैनेजमेंट एंड एम्प्लॉय। सजेशन, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को टाइम पर रेगुलर ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम करने चाहिए। मैनेजमेंट को चाहिए कि डिसीजन मेकिंग में एम्प्लॉय को पार्टिसिपेट करें। इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन चैनल बनाने चाहिए। एक कल्चर ऑफ ट्रस्ट एंड सपोर्ट शुड बी डेवलप। Conclusion, employee empowerment is a powerful strategic tool for modern organization. एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट एक सिग्निफिकेंट पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट डालता है जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन पर, कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन पर एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस पर। एम्पावर्ड एम्प्लॉय शो हायर मोटिवेशन, इन्वॉल्वमेंट एंड एफिशिएंसी। जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन एक्ट एज ए मीडिएटिंग वेरिएबल, स्ट्रेंथनिंग ओवरऑल आउटकम। Organization should focus on empowerment to achieve sustainable growth and success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. A very good paper presented by you. Is there any question from the guys?
Yes, sir.
What were the variables of your study?
Ma'am, please repeat.
आपके वेरिएबल्स कौन-कौन से रहे हैं स्टडी में?
वेरिएबल्स मैम?
हाँ जी।
मैम, इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है एम्प्लॉय एम्पावरमेंट और डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस और जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन और कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन।
ओके, तो आपने एक डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल लिया है और 3 इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल?
यस मैम।
ओके,
थैंक यू।
Thank you, Renubala. Now, the next candidate is Deepak. Are you available, Deepak? Yes, yes. Please share your PPT and present your paper.
I hope it's visible, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. You are visible.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's my privilege to present my research paper titled Stock Market Interlinkages, a study of co-integration between India and G20 markets. The primary focus of this study is to examine the long-run equilibrium relationship between the Indian stock market that is
Sorry
represented by
to
Nifty 50.
interrupt you, Deepak. Please switch on your camera, please.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Now it's okay.
The primary focus of my study is to examine the long-run equilibrium relationship between the Indian stock market that is represented by Nifty 50 and the major G20 equity markets using the Johansson co-integration analysis. I have studied 24 countries which are members of the G20 groups, and data is span from period from 2000 to 2025. Why I took over that study is that main reason is that globalization, technology, and the rapid capital flows and the shock transmission and the Indians markets maturity, which is jumped from 2000 points, that is in 2000, and now it's around hovering around 24,000, which is morely played role played by foreign institutional investors, motivate me to conduct a research whether Indian stock market co-moves with the G20 markets. To check this, I have first studied the trajectory of Nifty 50, which is Nifty 50 represents the Indian markets. At that time of 2000, Indian Nifty 50 value is around 2000, and now it is around 24,000, almost 12 times it gives returns. Mainly the FII played the major role in that field, and G20 has also major economic significance because it world's GDP share is around 80%, and it is majorly dominated by the major equity markets like US, Japan, and Germany. This study is very helpful in find out the diversification benefit. The earlier studies or the literature have found that mixed results, that some studies found that there is no integration, while other finds that there is a co-integration of Indian and other markets. But there are very few studies which have comprehensive, or only 5 or 6 countries are studied, but no studies have so comprehensively take over the whole G20 framework in one study. There are some fundamental researcher who conducted that research are Gringer, who conducted first time research in 1981, then Engel Gregor developed the war model in 1987, then Johansson in 1988. These literature you find following research gaps that studies of India and G20 long run linkages shows inconsistent result, with some finding limited integration while other reports stronger connection in the recent periods. There are limited studies which have provide comprehensive analysis. Also, so there is a need of consistent framework is required. My research paper do that work. The following are the research objective. First is examine the stationary properties of the G20 stock markets using the ADF test and PP test. Second objective is to analyze the co-integration relationship between the India and G20 nations. Third is to drive the diversification implications on the portfolio diversification of that study. We have collected data from the 20 countries, and we use the Bloomberg database and investing.com sites to gather the data, and we have represent the individual country with their indices which have mostly traded, like in Indian case Nifty 50 has the largest volume. In United States it is S&P 500. In United Kingdom case it is FTSE 100. Next is after data collecting, we applied unit root test. Unit root test is used to check the stationarity properties, whether the data is stationarity or non-stationary, because it is measure fundamental for conducting the Johansson test. The null hypothesis of our unit root test is that the series is non-stationary, and the result we have found that all stock market indices are integrated of order 1. That is known, we found that at the level no series are non-stationary, but after doing first difference, the series exhibits the stationary properties. Then after that we have applied the Johansson co-integration test. For that we have uh, established the critical value, that is 15.49 in case of trace statistics, and in case of max eigenvalue, that is 14.26. For conducting these unit root test and Johansson co-integration test, we use EViews 13 version software. All analysis have been done on that software. Next, while analyzing the co-integration test, we found that all the values falls below the critical values. That suggests that there is no co-integration in the long run. What, some key findings are that there is no stable co-integration relationship and the weak long-run co-movement. However, there can exist short-run spillover, that at the time of crisis there may be co-integration or correlation at the shorter period, but in the long run they are not co-integrated, which beneficial for the diversification benefits. And this is main reason is due to the domestic policies and Indian stock consumer demands. Indian markets follow a different trajectory than the other markets. Like what second next point is what are its implication for investor. It is very beneficial to diversify his investment over these 20 countries so that he can benefit from that. Suppose at the time of global financial crisis, we have seen that many European markets and the American markets are in the downturn for a longer period, but Indian markets have less affected by that global financial crisis. And similar observation have been observed at the time of COVID-19. At that time, Indian stock market have shown the strongest recovery as compared to other G20 markets. So if we diversify the funds across these countries, then the low drawdown effect will be less. It's also beneficial for portfolio manager while developing their portfolio diversification strategy, and also helpful policy maker to regulate to develop the policies in respect of these countries whose shows the co-integration with the Indian stock markets, but have choose a balanced approach while developing the policies. Overall conclusion is that Johansson configuration test indicates that no long-run co-integration between India and any G20 markets. The Indian stock markets maintains an independent trend from the global markets, offering diversification benefits for the international investors. Thank you to all. Now let's open for question and discussion.
Deepak, any specific reason why you have chosen this topic for the presentation?
Actually, it's a part of my thesis, ma'am. That's why I choose that topic. Also, my background is from, I am a chartered accountant also. So it's beneficial. It's very easy for me to crunch the data and develop some strategies like that.
Okay. Was it easy to collect the data?
Yes, ma'am, it's publicly available on the investing.com. I also further confirm that data with the Bloomberg site, which is available at the Faculty Management Studies Institute at Delhi.
Which type of data you have used for your research?
Uh, what, please repeat,
Which data
ma'am.
you have used, primary or secondary?
One second, ma'am. Can you repeat, ma'am?
Yes, please. I was asking that which type of data you have used for your research, primary data or secondary data?
Secondary data, ma'am.
So don't you think that stock market is into very much trendy thing to be discussed among the youth. So you would have collected primary data as well.
Yes, ma'am, it's beneficial if I analyze that the youth behavior or behavioral part of that study, but I mainly focused on that the data which help me in developing the strategy, portfolio strategies. That's why I chose the second data. If I focused on the behavioral part of that, then it would be beneficial for me for analyze the primary data.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak. Now, the turn is of Sheetal Seni. Are you here, Sheetal Seni?
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay,
audible.
okay. Yes, yes, you are audible, and please proceed for your presentation. You are visible, but your screen is not sharing yet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now visible. So my presentation is visible.
Just wait. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Now it's visible. Can you please start your presentation?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sheetal, and I'm a research scholar from HSP GJU. Today, I'm going to present my research paper titled "Enhancing Organization Citizenship Behavior Through Green HRM: A Mediation Model of Job Satisfaction" under the guidance of Dr. Suresh Kumar Bhakkar. This is the context of my presentation: abstract, introduction, literature review, results, discussion and conclusion, implications, limitation and future research. Last one is references. First one is abstract. The purpose of this study is to enhance the organization citizenship behavior through green HRM with the help of mediation variable like job satisfaction. Among these, green recruitment and selection and green employee empowerment are identified as key strategic drivers. These studies find the relationship between green recruitment and selection and green employee empowerment job satisfaction and the organization citizenship behavior. The data was collected through a questionnaire survey from 300 employees of Indian
Sheetal,
service.
sorry to interrupt you. Ma'am is saying something.
Am I
Sorry, sir.
audible, Sheetal? Am I
Yes, ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Four times I asked you that your slides are not moving ahead. There is only the first slide at the screen. Requesting you whatever content you are explaining that must be at the screen.
Ma'am, now is visible.
There is only one slide which we can see at the screen. That is the first slide.
Ma'am, now abstract was showing.
No, you go to full screen mode. I hope that will help you with that. If not, share again.
एक सेकेंड में.
इसको क्लोज करके एक बार फिर से स्टार्ट करोगे. हाँ, अब ठीक है.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, now is visible. Abstract.
नहीं बेटा.
Ma'am, now is visible.
एक बार फिर से स्क्रीन शेयर कर दिया आपने.
Ma'am, now is visible.
Not yet. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Now it's
Abstract.
visible. The abstract slide is there. So make sure कि जो content आप explain कर रहे हैं वही screen पे दिखे.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Now is in our study, we used partial least square PLS-SAM method to analyze the data. Furthermore, our study also find that all hypotheses were supported and job situation mediate the relationship between green employee empowerment, green recruitment selection, and OCB. This study provide various practical and theoretical implications for employees and HR managers who are working in Indian service sector and find how green HRM practices enhance employee behavior in service sector. Next one is introduction. Green HRM practices is important and trending topic in
organizations are actively involved in achieving corporate environmental sustainability. According to Williamson, 2001, state that green HRM practices motivate workers to use efficiently as much as to reduce environmental impact. Kamar 2014 state that the green HRM activity that increase the positive environmental outcomes. According to Filgan 2006, British Carbon Trust conducted a survey that included 1,080 workers and more than 75% of respondents expressed their preference with organizations that typically use environment-friendly practices. Green HRM practices also enhance worker performance and dedication to improve their environmental efficiency. According to Wanger, 2011, find that these organizations must adapt their green models and implement their eco-friendly practices in their daily routine operations. According to Kim, 2024, state that green human resource management practices affects worker environmental quality.
ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ द स्टडी वाली स्लाइड पे आ जाओ ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ द स्टडी
Ma'am, okay. First one, to investigate the relationship between green.
सेम स्लाइड जो आप एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हो वो स्क्रीन पे होनी चाहिए अभी तक हम एब्स्ट्रैक्ट वाली स्लाइड देख रहे हैं
Ma'am, now is visible to literature review and hypothesis development.
नॉट येट
Ma'am, now introduction slide.
नो
Ma'am, introduction ma'am show रहा है अभी.
अब इंट्रोडक्शन शुरू हो रहा है कम टू द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ द स्टडी
Okay, ma'am. First one, to investigate the relationship between green recruitment selection and job satisfaction. To investigate the relationship between green employee empowerment and job satisfaction. To investigate the relationship between job satisfaction and OCBs. First one is literature review and hypothesis of green
Just
recruitment.
come to objective slides.
ओके सर बेसिकली ऑब्जेक्टिव्स मैंने यहाँ नीचे फर्स्ट इंट्रोडक्शन वाली स्लाइड में शो किए हुए हैं टू इन्वेस्टिगेट द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन ग्रीन रिक्रूटमेंट सिलेक्शन एंड जॉब सेटिस्फैक्शन एंड दिस इज द लिटरेचर रिव्यू एंड हाइपोथेसिस
Okay.
दिस इज द मॉडल ऑफ माय प्रेजेंटेशन green recruitment selection green employee empowerment has a positive impact on job satisfaction and job satisfaction has a positive impact on organization citizenship behavior. This is the research methodology. We use 300 sample size of this questionnaire paper and we use PLSM model. This is the demographic variable of my presentation. This is the result of my presentation, reliability and validity. First one is green employee empowerment. All the values of factor loading is under threshold value of 0.60 and Cronenberg alpha value is also under the threshold value of 0.80 and composite reliability value is also the threshold value. This is a job satisfaction and organization citizenship behavior. This is the STMT and Fowler-Urquhart values. STMT values is under 0.7 threshold value and Fowler-Urquhart value is also the first value is highest value of these variables. Next is hypothesis test and model fit values. All the hypothesis values are supported to their variables and model fit value is also the value of under threshold value under 0.80. This is the model structure model of my presentation. Green recruitment selection, green employee empowerment has a positive impact on job satisfaction. Job satisfaction also have a positive impact on OCB. Next is discussion and conclusion. The result of this study provide the link between green HR practices, job satisfaction, and OCB in the Indian service sector. This study used PLSM to assess the hypothesis and analyze the data using questionnaire-based technique. Initially, the result indicate that green HR practices have a positive effect on organization citizenship behavior. Implementing green HR practices such as providing eco eco-friendly resources, and actively involving company sustainability initiatives to support a positive workplace that enhance employee job satisfaction. The finding also show that job satisfaction fully mediate the relationship between green HRM practices and OCB. Further study also find that the job satisfaction is a motivational factor that enhance loyalty, personal fulfillment, and commitment, which means they are ready to engage. According to these findings, organizations adopt green channel practices to enhance their knowledge, develop their green skills, worker, reciprocate in that way to engage in the behavior that benefit the organization positively. Their OCB also improve. Next one is implication. This study also provides a valuable contribution for organization practitioner.
Sheetal,
हाँ जी मैम.
ये बताओ, Sheetal, just hold on, please. Did
हाँ जी
you
मैम.
find anything which can be suggested to the policy makers based on this topic?
Sorry मैम.
Did you find something good which can be discussed with the policy makers in the domain of organizational enhancement, performance enhancement? क्या ऐसा कोई आपकी स्टडी से कुछ ऐसा निकल के आया जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एम्प्लॉय से रिलेटेड, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर से रिलेटेड पॉलिसी बनाते हैं, उनको हम सजेस्ट कर सकें?
यस मैम, बेसिकली अब ग्रीन रिक्रूटमेंट और सिलेक्शन में अगर हम स्टार्टिंग में ऐसी पॉलिसीज रखते हैं कि हम बेसिकली उन एम्प्लॉयज़ को रिक्रूट कर रहे हैं जो बेसिकली इन्वायरमेंट की चीज़ों को ज़्यादा पॉजिटिवली लेते हैं, तो ताकि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ज़्यादा बेनिफिट हो सके इन चीज़ों के लिए.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Thank you, Sheetal. Now the next candidate is Femina Sardana. Sorry. And the next candidate is Shivali. Are you here? Garima, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, okay. Your camera is working or not?
No, sir, I can use my phone's camera and I can use my laptop to present, if that's okay with you.
Okay, okay. Can you proceed, please?
Just give me a second, sir.
Okay. जलीज मैं बता दूंगी कि स्क्रीन शेयरिंग के अंदर थोड़ा सा लिटिल बिट प्रॉब्लम था, तो दैट्स व्हाई ही इज प्रेजेंटिंग फ्रॉम हर फोन. ओके.
Uh, just uploading my presentation. I don't know why this is asking me to upload it first.
Just try. Yes, yes, yes. Now your screen is sharing. The title is
Can you see,
Integrating
sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Start, please.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to thank the entire organizing committee for giving me an opportunity to speak today. So my topic is integration of informal based system. So let's start. So the background is this is going to be the presentation flow. So basically, the opening section situates the study within the broader sustainability challenges of fashion. The key point is that circular economy debates often assume that formal collection and regulation, while many emerging economies rely on informal systems. For example, the Kabadi system in India, that's the informal sector that we are talking about. Uh, So the research objectives of the study is the study organized around three questions. The first is it asks whether mainstream circular economy tools are actually compatible with the informal based environment. Second, it inspects the governance and arrangement with the enabled integration. Third, it evaluates how policy can pursue environmental goals. So the literature identifies standard toolkits for circular fashion. Extended EPR, the extended product responsibility, the take back systems, the traceability of fibers, eco design, and all the formal infrastructures. The literature on informal recycling shows that these workers already carry out core circular function. Their role is not limited to disposal. They operate collection networks, market intermediaries, and small scale recovery teams. The methodology that has been used is narrative and integrative wisdom. Uh, the approach is appropriate because the aim is to synthesize policy lessons across countries and instruments. The evidence base combines academic studies with global policy reports, national or city level research. The sources are taken from 2005 to 2025. This in this we evaluate this overall pattern is clear. Highly technical systems do not automatically work better because their success depends on institutional prerequisites. Cooperative formulation stands out as the most aligned with existing formal organization. EPR can still be useful, but only if the redesigned to recognize and finance informal actors. These are some country cases that I have included in the study. In India, there's a Swatch formalized wage picker in Pune. In Brazil, there is also a organized legal EPR system. In Kenya, there's also a policy tension between trade and waste. And so is Bangladesh. Brand-led pilots because Bangladesh is hub for production. So there are some initiative taken by brands there. So India, there is a table across cases. The strongest results appear when informal sectors are not simply tolerated, but formally recognized and given roles in the system. Finding one suggests that the major finding is that the legal recognition is foundational. Informal workers cannot easily participate in formal schemes if they cannot enter the contracts, receive payments, or access institutional supports. Finding two is the literature indicates that instruments imposed directly from high income contexts often miss the realities of informal collection. Adaptation is therefore not optional. It requires locating collection points where people already exchange textile and structuring producer responsibility. The finding three is also implication. Evidence suggests that rapid top-down reform tends to fail when institution capacity is limited. A phased approach allowed workers, firms, and government to adjust while preserving the functioning of informal recovery systems. From here, the point is not direct transfer, but adaptation. Sector-specific obligations, standardized collection infrastructure, and long implementation horizon appear consistent. The conclusion is straightforward. Circular fashion is emerging in emerging economies cannot succeed without the informal waste sector. The recommendation follows directly from the comparative analysis. First, recognize informal workers legally. Second, direct policy funding towards the cooperative infrastructure. Third, embed collection and recovery in place where informal trade already operates. Finally, use pilot-based phased implementation supported by better data to scale responsibly. Thank you so much.
Uh, Thank you very much. Guys, please, we have questions.
Garima, is this
Yes.
research paper title related to your PhD thesis?
Yes, ma'am. So my thesis is based on circular economy and sustainable fashion in emerging economies like India.
So, what is the population of your research?
The main research or this paper, ma'am?
This paper specifically.
So, ma'am, this paper basically focuses on the secondary data that I collected, and the data is based on on the cases that has already been done in few countries, and data from government websites, some research paper, and records.
Okay. Did you find any variables for this study?
For this paper, no, ma'am. This is basically a comparative study, a systematic literature review.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And the next candidate is Shefali. Shefali, are you here? Yes, yes. Screen is sharing, Shefali, but your camera is not visible. Your voice is also not coming. I think there is a technical glitch from your side, Shefali. Just correct that. And the next candidate, please present Ankita. Am I audible to you, Ankita?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, yes. Please, kind proceed for your presentation.
Is my
Ankita.
screen visible, sir?
Yes, yes, your
Hello.
screen is visible. Right? So,
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Ankita Sangwan, and today I'll be presenting my review paper on understanding the perception of consumers towards green banking. Starting about a green banking, what a green banking refers to. So this is an approach where banks operate in a way to actively help and protect the environment. It refers to adopting the environment-friendly ways of encouraging customers to make greener choices so that we can have less impact on the environment. There are various examples that include green banking services such as digital transactions, ATM solar installations, paperless systems, environmental checks before lending, and financing to the projects that are using towards renewable energy. So the main aim of green banking is to reduce the impact of banking activities on the environment and help the country towards a cleaner and low carbon economy. So our Indian banks have introduced a lot of green green banking products that are green loans, green bonds, green insurance, electric vehicle loans, digitalization, digital services, and all things that helps to reduce the paper use and the carbon footprints. So next is the evolution of green banking. So green banking started in early 2003, where the bank started to adopt basic activities, which led to paperless passbooks and limited energy efficient branches. Later on, till 2012, RBI encouraged the banks to environmental check the social and environmental risk before they provide loan to anybody, any business or any businessman. Also, RBI promoted various banking services to reduce paper and resource uses. The introduction of green banking products came in 2012 till 2016, wherein the launch of green loans, green deposits came into effect. Solar powered ATMs, waste management, and green policy reports came into effect in 2016. The main boosting period came into effect in 2016 and 2020, wherein we faced demonetization in India. So, during that demonetization, all people in India had to adopt the digital banking. Massive rise happened in the UPI transactions, mobile banking, e wallets, and all these things. This led to a high reduction in the paper use and physical banking activities in India. Later on, all the lenders are advised by RBI to provide ESG reports annually. They were told to provide sustainable reports in their annual reports every year at the end of their financial year. So now this is an advanced era where is all banks have their motive that they will be carbon neutral by their specific timings. Also, AI-based paperless transactions are in progress. There are various products for green banking. Digitalization services are ongoing. Each lender has their own online websites, online apps through which clients can pay and use the banking services instead of visiting the actual branch. So for this paper, what I did, this is a Prisma review based paper. So for systematic review for Prisma, we have to collect the paper based on the keyword search. So my main database was Google Scholar, wherein I had to review the papers, and the keywords that were used were green banking, customer awareness, customer perception, and sustainable banking. The studies from 2020 till 2026 were analyzed, and a total of 132 studies were identified who had title under green banking awareness and green banking perception. Then in Prisma, we have inclusion and exclusion criteria. So all the irrelevant studies were excluded. All studies that were outside of India were excluded. All the duplicate studies were excluded. And all the papers that were not published in English were also excluded. So after all this exclusion, I got the final studies, 61 studies, which are reviewed in this study. So the data was presented in various aspects. First is the year-wise distribution of studies. So you can see on the right side there's a chart graph showing the distribution of studies as per the year of publishment. Then the studies were analyzed as per the research design. Majority of studies were descriptive in nature. The highest 50 among 50% studies were descriptive in nature. They used that design, and followed up by quantitative and empirical studies. Very few studies were based on mixed method research design. If we talk about the sample size, mostly the studies were between 100 to 500 respondents, the primary data that they used, and there were limited number of studies that had the higher amount of data as their sample. Also, majority of the studies relied on primary data, neither these, in spite of the secondary data. So, if we talk about the key findings of this paper, so the perception, consumers generally have a positive perception towards green banking. They see green banking as environmental responsible, convenient, time saving, and cost effective as well. On the basis of these studies, consumers have a positive perception, and it depends on the trust, the usefulness, and also the customer group, like what their background is, what their literacy is, and what awareness do they have about green banking. If you talk about the awareness, so awareness is moderate, but people generally have awareness about only digital services, the basic digital services like UPI, paperless banking. They are not aware about the main green banking products that are launched by banks, that are green bonds, green loans. They are not aware about these products necessarily. Also, awareness is not related to perception directly. If there is high awareness of green banking, it does not always lead to the positive perception. People can have awareness, but they cannot have the perception as positive towards the uh, green banking. So the findings, as we discussed chart about the same. So there is high awareness about ATMs, mobile banking, e-statement, but the green products, green loans, green bonds, investment, green insurance, this knowledge is awareness is really low among the people as per these studies. Also, there are factors that influence the awareness, that are age, income, digital literacy, and education. So, high educated, high literate people and young age people are more tend to have higher awareness about these products if we compare to old age people, less literate people, and people having less education. Yeah, so in conclusion, so consumer awareness is moderate, high awareness is about the ATMs, mobile banking, basic services. The moderate awareness is about only basic services, not about the advanced products. Consumers have positive perception, and awareness and adoption are influenced by factors such as age, digital literacy, and all this. Thank you so much. That's it from my end.
This paper is based on systematic literature review.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which tool you have used for this systematic literature review?
Prisma, ma'am. I have used Prisma.
And how many papers did you find at Google Scholar?
132.
132.
Yeah,
Okay, and
132 in total. Then after the removal and after the duplicate and all the criteria that I wanted to exclude, the final was 61.
if you have used Prisma technique, so definitely you might have included that in your slides as well, the diagram which we prepare in the Prisma technique.
Yes, yes, ma'am. It is included.
Can you come to that slide, please?
Yeah. Is my screen visible yet?
Not yet. Yes, now it's visible.
Yes. This is the diagram. If you can see on the right side.
But this is not the diagram which we prepare in the Prisma technique.
Ma'am, actually, in the paper that has all the arrows and all the diagram, in this study, I have just used the pointers in here to add in the PPT.
Okay,
Like
you find
the earlier.
you were able to find only 132 papers about this topic, green banking.
Yes, ma'am. On green banking awareness of customers, perception of customers on green banking.
In title, you have used only perception, and in the whole presentation, you were talking about the awareness. In the conclusion, also, you have
Ma'am,
mentioned only awareness. Just let me know what people they have. I mean, how they are perceiving green banking
yes, ma'am.
and
Actually,
any
perception and
business.
awareness both are linked. That's why I had to mention both the things. For
Why is
perception, people are
awareness? Mhm.
so for perception, people are perceiving green banking as a positive approach They think it is trustworthy. They think green banking is cost effective. They think green banking is a time saving activity. So, and they also have a thought that green banking is environmentally sustainable. It is beneficial for our environment.
These were the results out of your study, or this is just your perception?
No, ma'am, this is not my perception. This is based on the 61 studies, 61 papers that have their results in there. So, out of those studies, I have provided this result.
Okay. And what about the sample size into this?
Ma'am, it's a secondary data. I didn't take a sample in here.
Got it. I just wanted to check this only. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you, Ankita. Nice presentation given by you. Now the
Thank
next
you, sir.
candidate is Yogesh. Are you available, Yogesh? Shefali. Are you here, Shefali?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Am
Okay,
I
okay. You are.
audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible. And yes,
We-
your screen is also shared. Okay. Please start your presentation.
Sir, I think camera is not turning on.
So camera is not switched on.
Yes. Good afternoon,
Yes,
sir.
and proceed. Good.
So, my topic is empowering rural communities through fintech enabled financial inclusion. So, let me start with financial inclusion. Financial inclusion is basically providing access to financial activities or financial services, mainly to rural and urban. And now I am talking about rural communities. So, financial inclusion basically works as a critical pillar of sustainable economic development, mainly in rural areas where access to formal financial services and financial systems is very limited. So, fintech is a term that mainly includes in financial inclusion. Fintech is a mainly powerful tool that overcomes traditional barriers such as distance, high cost, lack of infrastructure by delivering digital financial services. So the basic objective of my studies is mainly to access to banking, credit, and other financial facilities for undeserved population, and mainly to study the barriers to fintech adoption among rural population, which include challenges related to digital literacy, infrastructure, and trust. So for this, I have created hypothesis that is fintech innovations have a significant positive impact on financial inclusion in rural areas, and fintech adoption significantly contributes to rural economic development, and barriers for digital literacy, poor infrastructure, and lack of trust negatively that affect in fintech adoption in rural areas. Research methodology basically which I have adopted is descriptive and analytical research design to examine the role of fintech in promoting financial inclusion and empowering rural communities. The descriptive aspect focuses mainly on explaining the current state of fintech adoption in rural areas, while the analytical component evaluates the. So for this non-probability sampling approach has been adopted for selecting relevant sources of information. So basically, financial inclusion that includes fintech, uh, mainly for innovations that enables factors, financial inclusion, and rural empowerment. Fintech includes basically mobile banking, digital payments, and online lending that acts as an independent variables. For this, I have created a model that includes enabling factors that are government policies, digital infrastructure, and financial literacy that leads to financial inclusion and overall sustainability development. My model includes independent variables, mediating variables, dependent variables, and moderating variables, which are independent variables are fintech innovations like mobile banking, digital payments, and digital credit. Mediating variable is financial inclusion that helps in assessing banking, savings, credit, and insurance facilities. Dependent variables are rural empowerment that includes income growth, employment, and poverty reduction. And moderating variables include digital literacy, infrastructure, and trust. So the final results of my research is to that fintech innovation significantly improve financial inclusion, mobile banking and digital payments increase accessibility and reduce transaction cost, and it also shows a positive relationship between fintech adoption and financial services, which mainly helps in undeserved areas. This study also helps in demonstrating the financial inclusion, which act as a mediator between fintech and rural empowerment. So, increased access to credit, savings, and insurance that leads to improved income, entrepreneurship, and employment generation. It also helps to support uh, mainly policymakers, shareholders, uh, and in rural areas for digital illiteracy, for strengthening trust. So the limitation of the study is rapid technological advancements and factors which are behavioral aspects, cultural diversity, and individual user experiences, which mainly works as a limitation in my study. Thank you so much. This is my presentation.
Thank you, Shivali. Is there any questions?
Shivali, as there are very less studies held on this topic, fintech. So, didn't you
Yes.
face any challenge in getting the research papers on this topic, which can support your research?
Research paper mainly I have used research paper made from different countries as fintech has emerged as an good source of financial technology in different countries and developed countries already. Yes.
Okay. 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 Fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shivali. And your presentation is very good. You present
Thank you so
your
much.
paper very confidently.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Yogesh. Now the next candidate is Yogesh. Yogesh, are you there? Sachin. Now the candidate. So, Yogesh, I am audible to you. Anjali, are you there, Anjali?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Please present your paper. The
Yeah.
candidate name is Anjali. Kindly share your screen first.
Yeah. I'm just sharing my screen. Hi, good morning, everyone, respected teachers, and everyone present here. Myself, Anjali Mehta, and today I am presenting my review paper on cybercrime trends in digital marketing. This study basically focuses on the increasing cyber risks associated with digital financial systems and how are they being addressed. So, first slide is for regarding the introduction. So, digital banking in India has been rapidly grow due to technological advancements. Services like UPI, mobile banking, and internet banking have made the financial transactions easier and more accessible. This has also improved the financial inclusion. But, however, this growth had been led to the these with these benefits. There has been a significant rise in cybercrime incidents related to the digital transactions. So, due to arising of these problem statements, the increasing dependence on digital banking performance on these basic platforms has exposed users to various cyber threats. Cyber criminals are using more advanced and sophisticated techniques, making fraud physically difficult to detect. Both financial institutions like the banks and the customers have faced significantly security challenges. I have reviewed some of the Reserve Bank's reports and the CERT reports and some of the existing cyber threats review paper, and which states that Reserve Bank of India, as per 2023 reports, there has been significantly increase in digital payment frauds, especially in the UPI transactions. Then, as per the CERT reports as well, that the computer emergency response time, it's reported a rise in phishing and the malware-based attacks. World Bank 2023 emphasized that also highlighted the global increase in cyber risk in digital financial services. However, most studies focus basically only on the individual aspects and lack of a comprehensive analysis. So for this review paper, the first objective of my study is to review cyber crime trends in digital banking, analyzing their impacts, and study risk management services and their responses. So the papers which I reviewed, based on that, there is a research gap. So basic research gap identified is there a lack of integrated review of cybercrime trends. Most studies are fragmented and do not provide a complete picture, which this study attempts to address. So I basically adopt a descriptive and analytical research design in this one, which basically used because study aims to describe existing cyber crime trends in digital banking, and along with the analytical research design. Analytical trends impact, it shows the impact and interpret the relationships between the things. Data is analyzed to identify trends, patterns, and the implications. I use my secondary data collected from the reliable sources such as the reports of the Reserve Bank of India, CERT reports, and the various research papers. The data has been analyzed to identify key trends and patterns in the cybercrime. So, cybercrime trends, the data shows a significant increase in phishing attacks targeting users. There is also a rapid in UPI related fraud cases, identified theft and accounting back incidents are also increasing. Overall, cyber fraud techniques are becoming more advanced and complex. Cybercrime leads to the financial losses and reduce the customer trust in digital banking systems as well. To address this, banks are adopting AI-based fraud detection systems as well. Regulatory bodies are also getting strengthening compliance regarding things. At the same time, customer awareness programs are being conducted to educate the users as well, so that the impacts of the cyber crimes will be reducing. This is the findings and the solution. So this study finds that cybercrime in digital banking is increasing rapidly. UPI frauds and phishings are the most common threats. A major issue is lack of awareness among the users. Therefore, there is a need of an integrated approach involving the technology, regulation, and the awareness of cyber crime. So these are the references which I have used in my this research review paper.
Okay, okay. Thank you,
Thank
Anjali.
you.
Uh, Is there any question? Okay, thank you. Definitely. The next candidate is Yogesh. Yogesh, are you there? The next candidate is Manisha.
Yes, sir, I am here.
Hurry up, please. Please share your screen. Okay. Please share your screen also. कौन? Okay, okay. सचिन बोला क्या आपने? कर लिया 2 मिनट बाद निपटा देंगे 2 मिनट हैं कर लिया पहले Anjali, there is a network glitch from your side. Your camera is also not working. Sachin sir. Sachin Goel, please start your presentation.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Sachin.
युवराज सर आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
हाँ बिल्कुल आवाज आ रही है सर. प्लीज आप
ठीक है,
स्टार्ट.
थैंक यू. यस सर. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I present my topic on the today I may present my research paper on the topic of corporate accountability and human rights in the context of sustainable development towards Vikshit Bharat 2047 under the supervision of Dr. Neelam Siag, Associate Dean, School of Legal Studies. First is the title of my topic is Corporate Accountability and Human Rights, the bedrock of sustainable development. The subtitle is Navigating the Path Toward Viksit Bharat 2047, and key theme is ESG, Business and Human Rights, UNGPs and National Guidelines. Second is the vision of Viksit Bharat. Second is the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047 is the goal is transforming India into a developed nation by the 100th anniversary of independence. And the pillar is economic growth, social progress, and environmental sustainability. The human right link is a developed India require more than just GDP growth. It demands the protection of labor rights, land rights, and equitable resource distribution. And the core philosophy is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, together with all development overall. Next is global frameworks and India's alignment. A UN guiding principle, the protect, respect, and remedy framework is SDG, Sustainable Development Goal 8 and 12, decent work, economic growth, and responsible consumption, oblique production. India's national guidelines on responsible business conduct as a localized version of international standard, and the shift is moving from voluntary corporate social responsibilities to mandatory business and human rights disclosures. Next is corporate accountability beyond philanthropy. Defining accountability, it is not just about giving back, but about not harming human right due diligence. Supply chain integrity is addressing child labor, forced labor, and safety standard in tier 2 and tier 3 suppliers. Stakeholder capitalism, prioritizing workers, local communities, and the environmental alongside stakeholders. And the next is current challenges in the Indian context, informal sector, land acquisition, grievance redressal. Informal sector like ensuring right for the millions of workers in unorganized value chains. Land acquisition is balancing industrial expansion for Vikshit Bharat with the right of indigenous and local communities. And grievance redressal is the need for accessible and effective judicial oblique non-judicial remedy mechanism for victim of corporate abuse. And the next is strategic recommendation for 2047. Legislative action potential for a dedicated next national action
Sir,
plan,
please conclude your paper, please.
business and human right, tech driven transparency using blockchain and AI to monitor supply chain ethics in real time, incentivizing ethics, linking government procurement and ease of doing business ranking to human right performance. And then is conclusion. Conclusion said a final message is corporate accountability is not a hurdle to development, it is the fuel for sustainable development. The 2047 outlook, a developed India must be a leader in ethical business, setting a global benchmark for the global south and call to action collaboration with state, industry, and civil society. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujit sir. Now the
Thank
session
you.
first is over. Now we can.
Thank
Is
you.
there any question from your side? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sujit.
Thank you.
Now we are closing for the lunch. We will meet after 45 minutes in the second session.